This is the Chefs Inc. News Podcast. News for chefs, created by chefs.
Guten Tag and welcome back to Chefs Inc. News. I'm Chef Antonio, your culinary correspondent, bringing you the hottest takes from the hospitality world.
And I'm Dr. Sophia, your business strategist and trend analyst. Today, we're diving deep into the Instagram food phenomena that's reshaping how we eat, cook, and think about food.
Ja, genau. And we're not just talking surface-level trends here. We've got data, we've got insights, and we've got some serious opinions about what this all means for our industry.
Mira, let's start with the numbers that will blow your mind. The cottage cheese trend alone has generated over 1.2 billion views on TikTok. That's billion with a B, Antonio.
Unglaublich! But let me tell you what really makes my chef brain hurt. People are making ice cream with cottage cheese. In my Oma's kitchen, cottage cheese was for savory dishes, maybe with some herbs, yeah?
But that's exactly why this trend is so fascinating from a behavioral economics perspective. We're seeing a complete rebranding of a humble, boring dairy product into this protein powerhouse that fits perfectly with the wellness obsession.
Ach, wellness obsession, you say it perfectly. But the tinned fish renaissance, now this I can respect. Good quality preserved fish has been a staple in Europe for generations.
Exacto. And the premium tinned fish market has exploded. We're talking 300% growth year over year. Brands like Ortiz, Matisse, and newer companies like Fishwife are positioning tinned fish as luxury pantry staples.
Wunderbar! But here's what I find interesting. It's not just about the fish anymore. It's about the whole experience, the presentation, the Instagram-worthy plating. People are treating a can of sardines like it's caviar.
And from a marketing perspective, it's brilliant. They've taken a product that was associated with poverty food, emergency rations, and transformed it into artisanal, sustainable, convenient luxury. The price points reflect this. Premium tins are selling for $15 to $30 each.
Holy schnitzel! $30 for fish in the can? But you know what? If it's quality fish, properly preserved, with good olive oil, yeah, I can understand this. Quality costs money.
Speaking of quality and cost, let's talk about our biggest story today, Chef Kwame Onwuachi and his Michelin star achievement at Tatiana. This isn't just another restaurant award, Antonio. This is cultural validation on the highest level.
Ach, das ist richtig. This chef, he represents something beautiful, the power of authentic storytelling through food. Born in the Bronx to Nigerian and Jamaican parents, trained at culinary school, worked at top restaurants like Per Se and 11 Madison Park.
And here's what makes his story so compelling. He's not abandoning his heritage to cook European cuisine. He's elevating Afro-Caribbean flavors to fine dining standards. His agouti soup, his braised oxtail, his jollof rice, these are dishes from his childhood presented with Michelin-level technique.
This makes my chef heart sing. You know what this is? It's confidence. Confidence to say my culture's food is just as worthy as any French or Italian cuisine. And the Michelin Guide agreed.
And the numbers back this up, too. Tatiana was named the #1 restaurant in New York by Pete Wells at the New York Times. The reservation system crashes every time they release new slots. We're talking about a restaurant that's booked solid for months.
And you know what's beautiful? He named the restaurant after his sister Tatiana. Food is family. Food is love. Food is story. This is what these Instagram trends are missing. The emotional connection.
Well, speaking of missing emotional connections, let's dive into the Thermomix TM7 controversy. Antonio, I know you have strong feelings about the $1,700 kitchen robot.
Ah, Sophia. Look, the engineering is probably fantastic. It's German engineering. Silent motor, 10-inch touchscreen, precise temperature control, new high-heat cooking modes. As a tool, it's impressive.
The specs are indeed impressive. We're talking about a machine that can saute, steam, weigh, chop, blend, knead, cook, and even has guided cooking with step-by-step instructions. It's like having a sous chef that never gets tired.
But here's my problem. Cooking is not just about following instructions. It's about tasting as you go, adjusting the seasoning, feeling the texture of the dough, smelling when something is perfectly caramelized.
But, Mira, from an accessibility standpoint, this technology is democratizing cooking. Think about working parents who want to make healthy meals but are intimidated by complex recipes. This removes all the guesswork.
Yeah, you make a fair point. Maybe it's like training wheels on the bicycle. It gives people confidence to try things they wouldn't attempt otherwise. And once they build that confidence...
Exactly. And the data shows that Thermomix users actually become more adventurous cooks over time. They start with guided recipes and then begin experimenting on their own.
Wunderbar. So maybe it's not replacing the chef, it's creating more chefs. I can live with this logic, but it must be a tool to assist creativity, not replace it.
Now, before we dive deeper, this episode of Chefs Inc. News is proudly sponsored by Chefs Inc. Miami. Stay hungry for news.
And remember, whether you're running a Michelin-starred restaurant or a neighborhood bistro, we're here to keep you informed about what's shaping our industry.
That's right, Chefs Inc. News. News for chefs, created by chefs. And speaking of our community, let's get to our listener questions from previous episodes.
Yeah, we love hearing from you. Our first question comes from Maria in Chicago, who asks, what's your take on ghost kitchens and virtual brands? Are they killing traditional restaurants?
Excellent question, Maria. The ghost kitchen market is projected to reach $71 billion by 2030. From a pure business perspective, the numbers make sense. Lower overhead, no front-of-house costs, data-driven optimization.
But from a chef's perspective, where is the soul? Hospitality is about human connection. When I cook, I want to see the smile on someone's face when they taste my food. Ghost kitchens feel like cooking for robots.
But, Antonio, they're also creating opportunities. Young chefs who can't afford $20,000 a month in Manhattan can start a concept for a fraction of the costs. It's democratizing restaurant ownership.
When you put it that way, yeah, maybe it's another tool for creativity. But we must be careful not to lose the human element that makes dining special.
Engagingly, question 2 comes from David in Portland. Are food halls still relevant post-pandemic, or are they just trendy real estate plays?
Food halls. They can be wonderful, like European markets, bringing different vendors together. But they must be curated properly, not just fast food in a fancy building.
The data shows mixed results. Well-positioned food halls focusing on local vendors, community building, and unique experiences are seeing 15% growth. But generic ones are struggling.
Community. Yeah, food brings people together. The successful ones feel like neighborhoods, not shopping malls. It's about creating gathering places, not just transaction spaces.
And final question from Jennifer in Miami. What food trends do you see coming next? What should restaurateurs be watching?
I think we'll see more chefs like Kwame cooking their heritage with modern techniques. Authentic stories, not manufactured trends. Food with meaning, not just for Instagram likes.
I'm watching 3 major intersections. Sustainability meeting technology, fermentation going mainstream, and what I call comfort food elevation, taking humble dishes and giving them fine dining treatment.
Sustainability, yeah, this is not a trend. This is survival. Plant-based proteins, reducing food waste, local sourcing, these are responsibilities, not marketing strategies.
And the consumer data supports this. 68% of diners are willing to pay premium prices for sustainably sourced ingredients. The younger generation especially values environmental responsibility.
Speaking of responsibility, let's talk about the labor shortage that's still affecting our industry. Sophia, what are the latest numbers?
Threefully, restaurant job openings are up 12% this quarter, but we're still seeing high turnover rates. The average chef's salary has increased 8% year over year as restaurants compete for talent.
Good. Chefs deserve fair wages for their skill and passion. We work long hours, we sacrifice weekends and holidays, we create magic with our hands. It's time the industry recognized this value.
And speaking of value, here's our listener challenge for this week. Cook one dish that tells your personal story. Maybe it's your grandmother's recipe with a modern twist, or a fusion that represents your cultural background.
Wunderbar idea. Food is autobiography, yeah? Cook your story, taste your heritage. Whether you use a fancy